Namaste and good morning, everyone. On behalf of CII, it's an honor to welcome you all to the 19th CII Sustainability Summit. This year's theme is Driving Change for a Sustainability Conscious World. The summit aims to inspire meaningful dialogues, panel discussions, and actions across industries and communities. With this thought, I would like to call upon the stage Ms. Seema Arora, Deputy Director General CII, to give her opening remarks.
Thank you, Neha. Good morning, everyone. It's a real pleasure to welcome you to the 19th edition of the Sustainability Summit. A while back, I was just telling some of my colleagues that I just happened to be here right from the beginning, and it feels like I've fossilized. And somebody said, oh, this joke is in the carbon lingo, what you're saying. This is an anecdote for carbon lingo. So yes, as we bring to you this 19th edition, I am reminded of our journey and how all this has evolved. We started with the center, the CII-ITC Center in 2006, and we did our first summit in 2006. And back then, actually, sustainability was not so well understood, I should say. It wasn't well embedded into, various types of stakeholders' thinking. And most of the time, in the first few years, we were basically explaining what is sustainability, why should business focus on it, what is the business case, why should India also be looking at it, and many a times the word sustainability was, okay, why are we even talking of this? Does it really, is it relevant for us? We are, and in those days also it was because there was Annex 1 countries to the, climate change protocol and Annex 2 countries, so we don't have to take any targets, so why are we talking about it? So I do remember that this is how we started, and now as as we present as a team to you this 19th edition, it is really something that we see as a celebration of the two decades as we enter into the 20th year of the center and this particular summit. And I think it has evolved into a most awaited, thought leadership forum, not just for India, but for the global South, I would say. And I say this because last year, as CII was the secretariat, B20 secretariat for the government of India, is G20. Through this summit, we came up with a lot of recommendations on sustainable development, various aspects of sustainable development, which saw a reflection in the leaders' declaration of the G20 summit. So this is where this forum has come to. And I think I want to thank all of you, actually, for making this forum what it is, because it's because of you that this forum is as rich, because you bring the participation, the insights, the diverse opinions, and that is what builds the agenda for us as CII-ITC Center going forward. So thank you very much for participating and bringing all your insights and your knowledge. So for CII, the focus on sustainability continues to deepen, as I mentioned. It just is something that CII has stood for, and we have various verticals and centers of excellence within CII that work on it. And in fact, a significant number of the services that we provide to our membership, which is 9,000 plus directly, and if you look indirectly, it's much larger. It's in the area of sustainability. It's in the area of green practices, green building, water. It's in the area of circularity. It's in the area of ESG. And we continue to do this because we know this is important. We know this is the future. We know this is the thing that will make businesses grow, and this is why we do it. And we, as CII, as the CII-ITC Center, our work is to create that enabling ecosystem so that all stakeholders can pursue sustainable value creation. That's really what our mission and vision is of the CII-ITC Center. And we do this by bringing the local issues, the global macro challenges all together for you to look at. How can you tackle local issues along with what the global issues are and the challenges are? How can you convert these into opportunities for business? That is very important. You will see there's an exhibition which we have put out, and that is one of the firsts of this summit also. It's a small exhibition, but you'll see what are the opportunities that businesses are now creating. And a lot of you know what they are, but it is also for you to then go back and take these opportunities to where you can to other stakeholders. And I think we also work a lot, as I said, not just on the capacity building, converting these into opportunities, but also to create that right kind of policy frameworks. Because, it's nice to do things as pilots, but scale can only come if policy and regulatory frameworks also support this. And that's also our job as CII and the CII-ITC Center. You know what we work on, and the themes that you will have in the summit reflect a lot of the work that we are doing as CII-ITC Center. Our aim is to drive sustainable, inclusive, and equitable growth. It has to be all three. It's not one or the other. And the interconnection is what we actually play with and say this interconnectedness is where we as CII-ITC Center want to make sure that it's not one at the cost of either. And we do this again by making sure all of our work is very evidence-based and is research-driven. And we have a lot of frameworks, tools. You will see that during the 2 days what we are doing. Now, as we bring you this summit, we know that there are so many issues. We are in September. In Delhi, this has been the wettest September. Last year, it was the hottest September of the few decades. So it's just climate change, we all know, is just one of the problems. We have so many problems to deal with. But like I always say it's also an opportunity. Opportunity for us to raise the bar of action. And that's what this summit will do. We need to raise the bar of our action. We need to raise our aspirations. We need to take this back and say, this is how we will take action. It's not doomsday. We need to understand the problem, but we also need to say what we are going to do about it. And I think the theme here, the sustainability consciousness, is crucial. Because it's only through this sustainability consciousness that each of us will drive action. And we'll make sure that we leave behind a planet which we have not left in a compromised state. I always tell, at least my generation, a lot of you are younger, hopefully, than me, is a failed generation. We haven't solved the problem. We're trying to solve it. But the future lies with all of you who are here, younger than all of us, who can really solve this problem. So here is your opportunity to discuss, debate, talk of these ideas. And what we have for you is, we have a lot of these tracks, which my colleagues would explain better than me because they have been doing the program. But this, as I said, is really the, we'll have 2 high-level plenaries. I'll just talk about in a bit. We have 14 panels and plenary sessions, so a lot of food for thought. But I suggest, please make it engaging. We request our speakers not to make longish presentations, and we do that by design so that you can actually engage in a conversation. These are the tracks, these are important, so I'm not going to talk about those. These are our key speakers. We are very privileged to have many more speakers also. We will have the minister come in at 1:45 this afternoon, and we'll have many others. All of you here speakers, we are grateful that you're here. The highlights of the summit that we really want to talk about is a special breakfast session for women in sustainability. That's by invitation only, and the men can be jealous, but we have a special breakfast session for women in sustainability tomorrow. The India Plastic Pact celebrates its 3rd annual conference. We have closed-door roundtables on a series on pathways for clean air, value chain sustainability. We also have an exhibition I talked about. This is a first as well. And we have a lot of B2B meetings. So there's an area. We have almost 200 people signed up for B2B meetings. And we will also facilitate and recognize the value chain partners who have worked on the EcoEdge program with us. So this is what it is. And the summit will also see release of multiple things that the center has been working on. You will see the release of a very important seminal work that the center has been doing under the guidance of our president and the chairman of the center on climate resilience. We talk a lot of mitigation. Hopefully in the summit you will see an equal focus, if not more, and going forward this will be something that we will really talk about. We will also talk of CSR, how companies have been doing, and we will also launch a CESD quorum, which is the dialogue forum online, and that is for the end, so I'm not going to talk much. I'll talk in the valedictory session, so you better be here to hear what this is. So all of this will be launched, IBBI 2.0, CII's ESG subscription service. And I just want to thank all our partners, without whom all of this would not be possible. So thank you very much to continue to believe in us, to continue to invest in us. And we hope we come up to your expectation. We are here to raise the bar. Help us do that. Thank you very much.